Welcome to What's Cooking Mississippi. I'd like to introduce my beautiful co-host, Elaine Stevens.
Thank you, Alan. Alan Best is our executive producer of What's Cooking Mississippi and the brainchild for this very innovative food show. Do tell us about it.
The purpose of the show is to uncover some of the best kept secrets in Mississippi, which are our restaurants, chefs, and the food that's being served.
And today we're taking you to Magical 32, atop the hotel tower of IP Casino Resort and Spa in beautiful Biloxi. Some people say the view is the thing here, but Alan and I know better. We love the food, and you're going to have a taste of it with us.
And I'm going to start in the kitchen.
Yeah, I know.
Where I hope to uncover some secrets.
But he may eat all the food before it comes out into the dining room with me.
Well, I promise you that's not going to happen because I'm on a diet.
Oh, yes. Well, we can
But
see that.
I'm a little jealous because you can start with the sommelier.
I am starting with the sommelier, Harry Hall, and you're going to meet some amazing people. You're going to learn about where they were educated, why they love food so much, and why they love to cook.
We want you to stay with us for the next 30 minutes where we're going to have some of the best food you've ever tasted.
And don't forget the wine, Alan, because that's going to be delicious too. So do stay with us for more of What's Cooking Mississippi. But I have to tell you, this place is amazing.
Well, welcome back once again.
Thank you.
And I eat here all the time.
It's like groundhog there. Thank you, John. Thank you. I'm always amazed at how cool and calm the general manager here at 32 is, Mr. John Gocke. He can handle just about any situation that arises. Well, John, where did all this passion for the culinary arts begin?
Elaine, it's always been in my family. We've all been in the food and beverage business for quite a while, and it's kind of like the mob. Once you're in the business, it's hard to get out. And as long as you enjoy it every day, it's so easy to come to work, especially here at 32.
Well, we promised you were going to meet some wonderful people here at 32, and John Gocke is certainly one of those. Right, Alan? Well, I certainly have never seen him move that fast. He's definitely on his way to the kitchen.
Elaine, I'd like for you to meet Chef Charlie, another amazing find here at Restaurant 32. Charlie, give us something, your background, your culinary background.
Well, I've been cooking since I was 15 years old. I started out in the kitchen, and I actually went to college for architecture, but I hate sitting behind a desk. And what better way to travel the country, which I have, as this profession, and I just love it. I love it.
Our philosophy is we really want to be the best. We want to have the best food, the best environment, and the best service. You know, a lot of times people think food is the hard part, food's the easy part. It's a lot about service and the overall experience of the restaurant.
Welcome back to What's Cooking Mississippi. Elaine, I'm back here in the kitchen with Chef Charlie. I'm uncovering all those secrets that I told you I would. Now let's go over here to Chef Charlie and see what's happening.
Here we have your first course. This is our lobster ravioli with a basil tarragon cream. And we make all our own raviolis here. We make our own dough. We make a lobster mousse, a mushroom duxelle, and the cream, it's basil tarragon cream. And again, everything is fresh. We only use the freshest products here at 32. Here we have the lobster bisque. Here at 32, we make our bisque with stock. We take the shells from the lobster. We make our own soup. Serve it nice and piping hot, and the waitstaff will pour it at your table.
Charlie, what makes your salad so special here?
Here again, at 32, we use nothing but the freshest ingredients. We get a fresh produce order in every day of the week. We make our own salad dressings, so that's why our salads are so special.
Your cowboy steak is a bone-in ribeye?
Yes, sir. And here at 32, we use a well-aged prime beef out of Chicago, where they cut up all the meats per our specs. They cut all our meat per our specs. And also here we have our fish special, sea bass marinated. Again, with all our seafood, our fishmonger will call us up, let us know what's coming in off the boat, and that's how we select our fish that we're going to serve.
Charlie, thank you so much for letting me in the kitchen tonight. I got to go eat.
All right, thanks for joining me.
Welcome back to What's Cooking Mississippi. And I can tell you, it's really good to have you back in the dining room, Alan.
Thank you, Elaine. I'm definitely ready for my next course.
Well, did you leave me anything at all?
I left food. There's a lot of food in that kitchen.
Well, now we have a real treat in store because we're going to pair it with some wine. You are going to meet the sommelier of the Mississippi Gulf Coast, Mr. Harry Hall.
Our goal is to make everyone satisfied and happy. And we have wines from all around the world. We have over 600 different labels. 2 different awards from the Wine Spectator. We have the Award of Excellence, 4 years running. We also have 2 years of the Wine Enthusiast Award of Distinction. We hope in the next application that we'll get the next level award. There are 3 levels for the Wine Spectator. Our goal is to achieve that award, which is called the Best of, which kind of it's available to a smaller group of restaurants. We have wines, like I said, from around the world, mostly from California and the West Coast, Washington and Oregon. Folks enjoy a fruitier, richer style of wine, and so we try to pretty much stock what our clientele likes, and then some.
Hey,
Hello.
how are y'all doing?
Wonderful.
All right, well, what you have in front of you here is the lobster ravioli. It has a little bit of mushroom and a tarragon cream sauce. Now with it, I've paired the Penner Ash Viognier, it's a 2008 from Oregon. Very delicious. I'll have you give it a try right here.
Oh my gosh. Smile. Good.
Elaine, I hadn't had a sauce that's blended this well with the seasoning and the dish since I had a French chef brother-in-law operating a restaurant in Jackson 30 years ago.
That's beautiful. Woof. Yummy.
Well, with this course, you have the lobster bisque, and I am pairing a 2005 Martinelli Tesseli Sauvignon Blanc. It's really nice acidity to kind of cut through the richness of this soup that you have here. So it's got a great acid. Acidity cuts through very rich dishes in general, so I chose something with a little bit more contrast than the very first pairing. Well, I wanted to basically reset your taste buds. And with the wine, which that has great acid, that has nice tropical flavors, nice gooseberry and grapefruit specifically, it not only complements your dish very well by creating contrast between it, but it also gives it a nice refreshing finish to the soup.
Alan, I have to say, I feel like I'm eating butter. It's just like butter. Delicious.
All right, well, Ms. Stevens, I'm back, sir. With your salad, we have a little bit of mixed greens with a pumpkin seed and truffle honey vinaigrette, along with some salt roasted beets. Now, typically I would pair an earthy white with this, but in the matter of just having fun, we're going to pair actually a Burgundy from France. This is a Bouchard Gerbry Chamber Tan, 2004 vintage, from the Côte de Nuit. Burgundies, or well, at least red Burgundies, they have very nice, and Pinot Noir in general has very nice acidity. And Pinot Noirs from France specifically have a nice little earthiness to them also. So you have an earthy flavor in the beets, and you have a truffle in it also, which is a kind of it's a form of fungus, it's a mushroom. And they have some of the same qualities in this wine. So I, through my training, I have found that the earthy but yet great acidic reds can go well with actually a salad of this caliber.
Now, again, the step from the Sauvignon Blanc to this is remarkable.
Yes, each course is going to be as if you're having the first course, because you're just, everything comes alive. And of course, it's a salad course, so it's going to be much different than what you've had already with the rich, the rich starters. So it's a kind of a step back, but it's certainly refreshing nonetheless. So we change our menus fairly often through every season, I would say, and we added this for our fall menu. Of course, we don't normally get used beets, but Chef has found a beautiful way to prepare them. They're salt crusted with olive oil, and it gives them a little bit of a salty flavor, but you'll be surprised, not as salty as you would think. They're very earthy and mild, I think, for beets. Well, we're going to roll into the same wine that we did with the salad course for your entrees. Now, since you're having a steak and you are having a seafood item, I generally pick out a light red to go with both in case you don't want to go for another bottle. So this is the same wine, the 2004 Gerbry Chamber Tan, which can actually hold up great to a steak and is light enough to not overpower your dish. Okay, well, enjoy.
You know what's funny is that it tastes different with each course. I mean, sometimes the wine tastes different. So, Alan, this was an amazing experience. What was your favorite course?
Well, as far as the wine goes, the Viognier, and of course my bone-in ribeye was terrific.
It looked like you enjoyed that.
Actually, to be honest with you, the appetizer, the tarragon sauce on the appetizer was unusually great.
Absolutely. And I love the lobster bisque here at 32. It is so creamy and so buttery. But I have to say that the wine selection is supreme here, and that's probably one of the highlights. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. This wine was wonderful, and particularly the way Harry paired it with what we were served.
Well, we certainly know what's cooking in Mississippi right here at 32. Some very good food, some excellent chefs, and a man like Alan Best who can learn a lot of secrets. So next week, please join us. We'll have more of what's cooking just for you, so stay tuned.
I think it's the overall experience. It's not just the food, it's not just the service, but it's a combination of, we know how to take care of people very well up here. It's a beautiful dining room, great views, a lot of good guest comments.
Where does the magic of 32 really come from, John?
I'll tell you what, after the storm, it was a blessing to be involved in a restaurant where it's the best of the best. The best product on the table, food, a tremendous wine list, excellent staff, both front of the house and back of the house, and it all, we just do it every night, and it just works perfectly.
Well, I always get asked what the oldest wine that we have is, and we have something from the Depression era, 1934 Colheita Tawny Port. Tawny Port is a wood-aged port. It's sitting in wood barrels until they bottle it. I believe they bottled this one in the mid-70s. So this wine is certainly very prized, and it's not the. It came as a duo, but we obviously sold one. This is the last one left. We have a lot of wines from, like I said, from all over the world. An especially good one that we have here is the 2001 Chateau Haut-Brion. This is a Grand Cru, or also known as First Growth Bordeaux. One of only 5 different Grand Cru Bordeaux in Bordeaux, France. And this is certainly still very youthful. It needs a few more years to age.